January cheered up plenty of investors as stocks cranked out their best opening month since 1997. The S&P 500 rose 4.4%, doubling its return for all of 2011. So, what were the 10 best performing Greater Cincinnati stocks in January? Take a look. At number 1, LCA Vision, followed by Air Transport Services Group, General Cable, Lighting Systems, and the Bank of Kentucky. Rounding out the top 10, Seco at number 6, AK Steel was 7, Cincinnati Bell 8, Ashland number 9, and ChemEd at 10. For more on these companies, you can visit our website, cincinnatibusinesscourier.com. So, how do you decide in which stocks to invest? In this morning's U.S. Bank Economic 360, U.S. Bank investment analyst Jim Russell joins us. We're talking about growth stock versus value stock. A lot of buzz about these stocks now. The financial markets, perhaps a change in the tone from the growth stock to the value stock.
Brian, that's right on target. What we're seeing, frankly, in the marketplace these days is a shift from growth stocks to value stocks. That shift started to get underway in the fourth quarter of 2011 and continues on a year-to-date basis. Let me back up for just a second. Definitionally, a growth stock is a company that maybe is less sensitive to the economic cycles. A Procter & Gamble and Abbott Laboratories. A value stock is one that is very much tied to the economic cycles. AK Steel would be a good example.
A little more stability in the value stocks. What drives the growth stocks and now this year the value stocks?
It's a good question. Is the perceived strength of the economy. We're starting to get signals, and began to get them a couple of months ago. We're starting to get signals more clearly now that the economy is on stable footing and is starting to grow in the United States, and importantly, maybe on a global basis as well. So a clear change from last year.
Big news this week was the unemployment figures.
Absolutely. The unemployment figures look fantastic. We received word on Friday the unemployment rate declined from 8.5 to 8.3. About 250,000 jobs were formed in the month of January. And importantly, getting back to the stability issue just a second ago, the months prior were revised much higher, and both manufacturing, which is so important to Ohio and Cincinnati in particular, and the service sector showed great growth in the employment statistics.
The other big news, Facebook is going public. 28-year-old Mark Zuckerberg is not going to give up control, though.
Right. Right. A lot of buzz about that, Brian, as you know. Facebook is a real company. 845 million global users, 60% market share here in the United States. 60% of the people who are on the internet in the United States and in the UK use Facebook. And that figure in South America is 80%. In China, interestingly, it's 0 because of government oversight. They have made $1 billion last year, and it does look like that the IPO will be operative in May of this year. It will be priced for perfection, so buyer beware in terms of actually participating in the stock itself.
That'll be one to watch. Thank you, Tim.